What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? This video is really just going to highlight this one animal here. I've already done a video with him in it, but I wanted to make sure this one was more into detail on just this guy. So, obviously, as you guys just seen, this is my Argus monitor. Let's see if that'll pick up. Boom. Look how pretty that is. These guys are awesome. They really are. However, this ain't a lizard or monitor for just anybody. You really have to know what you're doing when coming into these monitors. And it's not just these monitors, it's any monitors. Any monitors. You really have to know what you're doing before just jumping right into a monitor. Some of them get huge, some of them get massive. There's some species that do stay small. However, I'd call this guy here about a medium species. And he is nowhere's done growing. Sorry, I was just pulling off some shed for him he had on his leg. This is, I don't really know what you would call this, whether it be a subadult, I guess probably juvenile. God, he's pretty. So these gloves real quick, they're not going to prevent a bite. They're not going to help if he bites. What they're here for, why I'm wearing it, is because of his nails. I really don't want to get scratched up by them anymore. I'm not sure if that's going to really pick that up, just how long these nails are. Come on, I'm trying to focus for you guys. Alright, it's not working. However, I'm sure you guys know what I'm doing, or know what I'm saying. Yeah, so this guy here is a juvenile. He's still got a lot of growing to do. This is my first Argus monitor, and he is really just going to be a mascot animal, mascot species, such as my Asian water monitor, my black and white tegu, my Savannah monitor. I got a bunch of them. The lizards typically are my mascot animals. Just animals that I'm going to show off, do my shows with, teach about, and whatnot. Just something that I'm not really going to get into and try to breed and worry about all that. This guy here was actually produced by a buddy of mine. His name is Joe Casterline. I'm going to put a link down in the description below so you guys can get in contact with him if you guys have any questions, anything that I don't really go over in this video. Really active. So these guys, they're going to get up to 3 to 5 feet typically, with the males being the bigger of the species due to sexual dimorphism. And again, you guys hear me talk about sexual dimorphism a lot in my videos. But it's the complete opposite with most snake species. But a tank, not for something this size, but like a baby, you could start off with possibly like a 20-gallon long. Then you're going to need to progress and work your way up to actually making a enclosure for this guy. Some people let them run loose in the room, whatever. You're still going to need to do an adequate hot spot, make sure the humidity's right. Got to worry about all that stuff. It's easier to do it in a cage. You could do indoor or outdoor and still be able to work with the conditions and make them right for these guys. So the temperature is going to be about 75 to about 80 degrees in the ambient, and then a hot spot or hot side of about 95 to 100. Not much more than that. I can't get over that back pattern, but the shape of his head that's just something that looks like a little raptor, you know? It's awesome. But so these guys are gonna calm down, Bubba. Relax. These guys are gonna dine on insects and rodents, whether it be, you know, mice, rats, African soft fur rats, you know, stuff like that. Small birds, once they're of size, you could do like chicks or ducks. You got to be careful with the proteins and the fats. Make sure you do your research on all that. Generally speaking, lizards require UVB. That's not true with everything. There's a bunch of people that say there are species that you do not need UVB, which were thought that you did need UVB. They have done it before without UVB, whatever the case may be. I do my lizards with UVB. It's just me. These guys have personalities. They definitely do. Most reptiles do. There's a few that might not, but it's be more rare to not have a personality than for a reptile to have a personality. They're just like cats and dogs, guys. It's all in how you work with them. Let me try to focus on that head. Come on. Alright, it's not wanting to do it. Maybe if I move him here. Boom. So it's all with how you work with them. This guy, he's a little anxious. He's already bit me once. Thankfully it wasn't too bad, but I do have to work with him. He's a little aggressive, but it's okay. It gives me and him a chance to bond, get to know each other, and again, just bond. Trying to do trust exercises is what they call them. It's when you hold the monitor or a lizard without really restricting his movement. So if you notice, I'll put my hand in front of my other hand or reach from the back, pick him up and let him crawl around. I guess you guys can't really see that when I'm having my hands down. I got my S9 going because the last video, it was not the greatest with the clarity. The quality of it was just, it looked good on my end, but once I uploaded it to YouTube, it was really cloudy. So I got my S9 going again. Probably gonna do most of my videos with that, being how my other 3 cameras aren't even as good as this. So these guys' tails, I'm not sure if he's really gonna let you see how he does it. So their tails actually help them. A lot of lizard species, monitor species, whatever, that I've dealt with anyways, they don't really do much with that tail. It don't really help them hold on like he's trying to right now. Don't do much other than help as a defensive mechanism, such as like with the iguanas right there. They'll use that tail to whip you. Now these guys definitely will do that too, and that's a pretty decent thickness for a tail. I don't want to be hit with. So these guys are pretty cool as to that aspect. It's the first one that I've ever seen do that. First monitor lizard species that I've ever had that's actually done that, which is really cool. Look. Oh, he's not going to do it. Come on. Alright, well, he'll sometimes wrap it just like that, which is really cool. Now, again, these guys have personality. Right now, he's just super aggressive. He's super active, which is really cool. Get some of that energy burnt off. I do have a I already lost train of thought. What am I going to say? promise you guys, I could lose myself just looking at this pattern. I mean, this camera literally does no justice. The colors, the shapes, the everything about this guy. He is, come on, focus. He is just amazing. He is stunning. It's awesome. So, again, these guys are not for everybody. These are not a lizard species for beginners. These are not lizard species because you're just getting into reptiles. Your little boy wants a reptile, so you see this guy, you really like him, he's cool, you get him. No, this is not the animal you want to do that with. No animal is. But at the end of the day, these guys are like little alligators, okay? So they have teeth. Those teeth are razor sharp. When they bite you, they can shake and shake and shake. They can bite and release, whatever. It really just depends on them. You don't want to stress them out to that point where they feel like they need to bite to get away. But obviously, a kid or somebody new into the reptiles won't know that and will obviously get bit. It's not something that us in the trade like to see. So make sure you guys do your research before buying any animal, whether it be a bearded dragon, an Argus monitor. That tail almost got me on my nose. But yeah, again, any questions you guys might have on these pretty creatures right there, look at that, make sure you guys calm down, Bubba. Make sure you guys message my boy Joe Casterline. Again, I'm going to put a link down in the description so you guys can get a hold of him. You can ask him all about these guys. He does a lot with them. And I'll tell you what, his big boy, man, that thing was gorgeous. Like, this guy's pretty too, don't get me wrong, but his big male, that thing is crazy. So, make sure you guys go over to Facebook, like us at Grizzlies Exotics, follow us on Instagram at _gruesome_grizzly. Put him up. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for the last video that I just posted. Make sure you guys go watch that and keep an eye out for it. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for the shirts, the decals. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure you ask me over there on Facebook at Grizzlies Exotics, and that's where you can get a hold of me. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. When you subscribe, hit that little bell icon. That way you can be notified every time I post a new video. I'm going to start posting more frequently. I know I've said that in the past. However, this is what I'm going to do. I need as many subscribers as I can get, so make sure you guys share it over on Facebook, wherever you can, wherever you want. I don't really care, just as long as you guys share. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.